what's happening with y'all? This Will Win from Keeping Real Reality News. Hey, yo, what's happening out in the streets? Tonight we got your boy, Quando Rondo. You know, it's been a whole lot of stuff going around saying that Quando Rondo was shot, saying that he was shot in Atlanta, saying that he was shot in Louisiana. I heard all types of felonious things saying that he was shot in different places. But a lot of these places and a lot of these things and a lot of these people are just straight out lying. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real. But Quando Rondo was in an altercation in West Hollywood, as you were about to see about this. And, you know, shout out to the news, Fox News 11. That's where I'm using this material from. Fair act use, you know. But check it. Quando Rondo, like I said, he was shot. And where he was shot at, whether he was. But from what this is saying, we're going to go through this and dissect it together. You know what I'm saying? But it's not saying from what I heard, you know. What I'm hearing here, what I've heard from other places, two different things. But check it out.
And a wild scene here as investigators say the apparent target of this deadly gunfire, a rapper from the Atlanta area. They say,
don't get lost now. I know you did just hear him say a rapper from Atlanta. Now everybody know Quando Rondo is not from Atlanta. So when I first heard this thing, I was like, hey man, you can't be talking about Quando Rondo because he's not from Atlanta. So maybe it's just another cat from Hollywood who just got shot or something that happens in that nature. So, but hey, keep checking it out.
A pretty well-known rapper too in this area, along with a second person in his black Cadillac Escalade. May have been a relative, may have been a member of his entourage, we don't know, but it's that second person, not the rapper, but the second person who was hit by gunfire, dies from the gunfire. Listen.
And you notice he said the second person, not the rapper, that was shot and subsequently died. Now check this out.
A pretty well-known rapper too in this area, along with a second person in his black Cadillac Escalade. May have been a relative, may have been a member of his entourage, we don't know, but it's that second person, not the rapper, but the second person who was hit by gunfire, dies from the gunfire. Listen.
That says that Quando Rondo, that probably wasn't even shot. That's what I'm saying. And in this footage, you know, you're going to see Quando Rondo sitting there talking to the news reporter, which further told me that maybe he didn't get shot. I seen him stumble, but I thought, okay, maybe he stumbled on the curb. But hey, just check it out and look at it. Check it out for yourself. And let me know in the comments what you think.
Get right into it. Mikey will give you a look. The gas station here, this is right across the street from the busy Beverly Center on La Cienega. See all that broken glass there? That's where the Escalade is parked. They're getting gas when all of a sudden the windows are blown out by gunfire. They're under attack by bullets flying all over the place. To the left, Mikey will give you a look. See all those white evidence markers on the ground? Each one of those is by a shell casing. Gives you an idea how many rounds are fired. Police say in that alleyway, the white vehicle pulls up, 3 men get out, and they start firing at will, blasting away, targeting that black SUV, the rapper, and his second person inside. Up top, Sky Fox, a better look at this area so you can imagine the chaos here. It's right across the street, catty corner from the busy Beverly Center. About 5:30, 5:40 in the afternoon, rush hour traffic going by on La Cienega. Shoppers at the Beverly Center, and you have bullets flying like crazy here. 3 gunmen firing at will at that black SUV. Hit several times, and they drive off trying to make a getaway to get away from the bullets that are flying. Some more video now, ground video, gives you an idea of how this plays out. So once that SUV is hit by the gunfire, they take off, they hit the gas, and they drive a few blocks away into West Hollywood. They wind up stopping over at Santa Monica and San Vicente, right in the very heart of West Hollywood. You know, over there by the sheriff's station, also by the West Hollywood Park. They pull over there because the wounds to the man who was hit inside the Escalade too severe. He's bleeding. They pull over. 911 is called for the man who's hit by gun. So that area now in West Hollywood also very busy, as you can imagine, on a Friday night, late summer. That is all tied up as a part of this investigation, a deadly shooting investigation. Then you have the second location here at the gas station where bullets fly. Investigators say the manhunt is on now. The manhunt on for these 3 gunmen who, as one witness said, turned into hitmen, almost execution style. Listen to the lieutenant.
They gassed up their vehicle, and as they were getting into their vehicle, a white car approached from the alley. 3 men got out of that car. They were in all dark clothing. They approached, fired numerous shots, and then left in that white car going eastbound in the alley north of Beverly. It does appear that we don't see any kind of argument or anything go on beforehand, so clearly these men came here with a mission in mind.
Now you're looking live. The mission in mind is gunfire targeting that black SUV, the rapper inside apparently. Still this area, they're still questioning a few people over there. Investigators want to make sure that there wasn't gunfire back and forth. It didn't appear to be the case, but to give you an idea, the shots rang out there, and right across the street, the Beverly Center. Imagine that, 5:30 in the afternoon. Incredibly, no one else hit by the gunfire. You saw all the rounds that are filed. So at this late hour, we've got 3 gunmen on the loose. We've got a white vehicle that's the target of the manhunt, and a man who has died in that black SUV tied to the rapper who's from the Atlanta area. For now, we are live here in the Hollywood area at Lascaux. Back to both of you.
Do we not know the rapper's name yet, Ed?
No indications yet. Investigators, I think, have a very good idea. They're not releasing anything yet because they're still trying to put the tie together on the man who dies here. They don't know if it's a relative or maybe a part of the entourage. As you know, a lot of these fellows always have a big entourage they travel with. So I think until they can get that ID nailed down, particularly notifying family members and relatives, they're not saying at this point.
A lot of these fellas. But check it out, though. But for real, I mean, this is a news story that I came across in the last 24 hours. Fox 11, as you see. Shout out to them again. But check it out. That's a whole lot of different than I heard. A whole different story that I heard from a whole lot of these other cats that's going around saying what's happening and what happened. You know what I'm saying? So for by this, it's saying that Quando Rondo probably wasn't really shot. And from what I saw, I don't think he was. But his friend was, or his, as he say. You know how these fellas do. Probably the dude he hang with, or whoever. You know, if it is, you know, condolences to the family, man, for real. You know, for real. And, you know, he lost his life. So once again, you know, here we go with another murder in rap. But, you know, Quando Rondo, from what it seems to me, is all right. If this is the same story, if it's not, it's like 2 similar stories that happens, you know, that's one big coincidence. But it makes a lot more sense than what I've heard and what I've seen from other outlets. You know what I'm saying? Especially from what I've seen and heard. You get what I'm saying? But that's what's going on, man. It's keeping it real reality, keeping it real reality with Will Win. Coming at you again, man, with another story. You know, if I don't do stories all the time, I'm going to do stories. But when I do the stories, I'm going to keep it real with the stories. You dig what I'm saying? For real, dog. Till next time. Yeah!